Okay, hey, it's Ronnie again. This is part 2, and if you've not watched part 1 of the basic head structure, you need to go back and watch that before you do this, because I'm taking up exactly where I left off, and Aaron's going to come in behind me and film over my shoulder. Okay, we left off. Can you get on there, Aaron? Stand directly behind me and see if you can't look kind of directly down on it. You got it on there? Okay. You got it? Okay. Okay, so now, like what I was saying right when we first left off, the top back here is where I like to put the back of the hair. So I'm just going to, let me get me a different pencil here so it'll show up better. Hang tight. Here it is. Okay. Like I said, I just basically wanted you to get the basic structure of the head in. So I'm just going to draw some, I'm just going to kindly draw some straight hair because I want to move on. You know, like I said, I like that big hair, but I like a lot of my fairies to have bangs. And she looks so solemn. So you can kindly turn up those right there, and it looks, you know, kind of like she's smiling. And I'll put a little circle here and a little circle there to kindly make that a little bit dark right there. She's got some big lips. Okay. Now I just go ahead and just start, you know, feathering like this, because I'll do other lessons and stuff on hair. I'm not focusing on the hair right now. Okay, the neck. I like to put the neck right about in the middle of the eyes, coming out down here. Okay, and I wanted to show you. I do want to show you this. Let me get me a piece of paper, Aaron. Hang on. Try not to use cardstock because cardstock is thick. And you know, until you get used to doing this, I'll bring her back down in just a second. I want anybody who's doing this lesson, the only way you're going to get better is if you practice. And I'll bring her back over in just a second. So Aaron, come back down here. I want to do this again real quick. You know, you could put these circles all over this paper. I'm just using one sheet of paper, you know, per lesson, so nobody will get confused or anything. But just real quick, see, there's that basic thing again. I just wanted to show you something. With the female, I'll do males in another lesson, but it's still going to start off the same way. I don't care if you just want to fill up a sheet of paper with this, okay? But look, right here, the bigger the eyes and the more round the nose, like this, when I'm saying round, like this, the bigger the eyes, the rounder the nose, and the smaller and puffier the lips, the younger your fairy will look. Okay? And so, like, if I wanted this to be like, let me use this since I've already got this drawn. I'll come back to her. Like this one right here. Say I wanted to make this a fairy that looked like between about the ages of 5 to 10. I would give it a rounder nose, lips a little bit closer, and rounder, little rounder lips, not quite in the shape of a heart. And also I would put the chin rounded and closer to the lips. See how that looks? Almost like a baby or a child. See, like that? Okay, now watch. For a female fairy that, like an adolescent, all the way up through teens, Okay, that's when we're going to have, I like to make them have a little bit more pointy chin to start developing, you know, their features. And I make the lips thin out, you know, kind of like that wave like I drew a minute ago. Lips a little bit fuller, nose a little bit pointier, and the eyes, you can still make the big eyes if you want to. But, you know, just when you elongate the chin a little bit, that is automatically going to make it do that. Okay? And for the eyes, for an adolescent, I don't want those great big circles. And I just small them down a little bit. Okay? But it's basically the same thing. And for an adult, of course, you're just going to elongate it even more. But we'll go into that in another lesson. I wanted to go ahead and jump to the ink pen. What's the time?
6 minutes.
Okay. Real quick, like I said, I don't care if you want to, I want you to just practice stuff like this. Okay? Practice stuff like this. We will get into other lessons later on. With your ink pen, this is just practice. It's not perfect, but I would like for you to keep your drawings and stuff like that so you can refer back to, because the more you practice, the better you get, and you will be able to see the difference in your drawing. Even if you drew every single day, you would be able to tell that you're getting better within 2 weeks, because every time you pick up your pencil, you are going to get better. Okay? So, now I love these Sharpie pens, and they're ultra fine. I don't know, you probably can't see that, but it is like a mechanical pencil. Okay, but you don't have to use that. You can just use a black colored pencil. You know, just something that doesn't that will not erase. Okay, so now I'm just going to go over. Okay, see, I made a little mistake right there, but you know what? It doesn't matter, because this is just practice. Okay, see, I made the eyeball a little bit too big, but it doesn't matter, because this is just practice. Because you know why? Even after we erase it and you don't like it, it doesn't matter. It's just practice. Okay, I like to put kindly a line right there coming down. And she's got some really big old eyes. Okay, but just because it's just practice. It's just practice. I ain't worried about it. Just like I said, just practice. Never get frustrated. The worst thing you can do is get frustrated. You can just use a regular pen too if you want to. Just something, don't use an erasable pen though, because you'll erase your pen and then you won't have anything. If you want to join those, you can. I just like to put a little bit right there. And you don't have to join all your lines. You don't have to join every single line that you have. And sometimes I don't know why I like to do that, but I like to do that. But you don't have to. No big deal. Okay. Because it's not perfect. This is just basic. And you'll be able to tell. When you're doing something, you'll be like, ooh, that don't look right. If it doesn't look right, it's probably not. You need to go back and practice that structure. See, watch this. I make all kinds of lines and stuff like that because it's just practice. I try to practice. I know I don't have a lot of time to practice as much as I would like to. I don't have as much time to draw as I would like to because I have a life some of the time. It's a whole lot harder, you know. Everybody should make time because life is too short to not work on and do things that you enjoy doing. See, I'm just putting lines in there. It don't matter. I could put a curly Q line in there. It doesn't matter. Because, oh, and I want to say something about hair, and we'll do that in another lesson. Okay, now watch. I think I've got all the pieces on there. Now watch this. Get an eraser. This is a pretty good eraser, that Prismacolor Scholar, but the only reason I'm using that is because that's what comes in that box. Once you've got it inked, and you don't have to erase every single pencil mark because that's what gives it character. See? To me, sometimes I will draw something. See? There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Okay? I just wanted to show you the basic A lot of times whenever I'm doing pencil and stuff like that, I like just a pencil drawing like this. This is one I've done a pretty good while back. See that little gothic fairy in that cemetery? I actually did a bigger painting of her later on after I did this, but I love nothing but the pencil sketches and shading and using an eraser for white. I love doing stuff like that, and probably later on I might do another lesson of some of the paintings that I've done in the past, and I might take you step by step from drawing to painting with acrylics, or we might work on markers or anything like that. But just always check back, to see what I got new. I'll try to put, stuff on there pretty regular, but, a lot of times, like I said, I don't have time, as much time as I'd like. But, so, you've got some homework. Practice, 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 practice. Practice. Even if you just fill up a paper with these shapes. Okay? See? Ooh, la la la. Ooh. If you just practice. Practice. It's basic shapes. Basic shapes. Then do another one, and another one, and another one. And eventually, you will get fast. I'm not the fastest person in the world, but there you go. Okay, that's the end of this lesson. The next lesson I will try to do the male head figure. Okay, so happy drawing. See you next time.